What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And today I want to talk about all of the good and all of the bad things about YouTube gaming. Now, if you don't know what YouTube gaming is, it's a service similar to YouTube Kids or YouTube Music that allows you to see gaming live streams and gaming content from your favorite creators. It's got its own little app, it's got its own little web portal, and it's going to allow you to see us stream live, very similar to the way we do on other streaming services. What's really interesting about this service is that it was born almost entirely out of spite. Now, about a year ago, they attempted to buy a competing streaming service called Twitch, and they were outbid at the 0 hour by Amazon. And Google swore revenge by entering the gaming streaming market by creating a service, and that's YouTube Gaming. But in order to be a competitor to Twitch, they're going to have to get a lot of things right. And so I want to talk about the things that I'm hoping they'll get right, the things I think they're likely to get wrong, and compare and contrast the two, and let's determine whether or not you and even I should be using YouTube Gaming. The first and biggest downside I see, and I hate to say this, is that this product is being put together by the YouTube team. And of course, they get a lot of things right because I use their product every day to get my videos out to you. So I love that team. However, they are the same people that put together this live broadcasting package that YouTube has had since 2010 and 2011, and it's not very good. Anybody who's ever used it will tell you that it's convoluted, it's complicated, it's not user-friendly, it's buried deep within Google+. The entire concept was difficult and weird and just not very good, where Twitch has always been very user-friendly. So if YouTube Gaming isn't super user-friendly when it launches, a lot of your favorite broadcasters are not going to use it. But there is good news. Number one, rumor is circulating that YouTube has special deals with certain personalities to get them to broadcast on YouTube Gaming here at the start to get people interested. So some of your favorite broadcasters will certainly be there. There's already a plethora of talented people already using the live service to broadcast, and they're going to obviously come over as well. And I took a look at my gaming channel, which is going to be listed in the description box below here. I took a look at it today and saw that the live streaming service is a lot more user-friendly than it used to be. So I think YouTube Gaming is actually going to be pretty full. My second big concern is whether or not they'll get viewers like you to use the service, specifically those of you who are pretty dedicated to Twitch at this point. Now, obviously, fans of certain games or certain creators are going to go wherever they broadcast. And if YouTube is able to strike exclusivity deals with certain broadcasters like Soda Poppin' or Trump, or they're able to get exclusivity deals with tournaments like the Dota Championships and the League of Legends Champions, we're going to watch them whether it's on YouTube Gaming or whether or not it's being broadcast in a ditch. The problem is some of the people that are dedicated to Twitch are going to stay dedicated to Twitch. We're talking about people that have been using the service on a daily basis for the last 4 to 5 years. They have subscriptions set up to their favorite creators, and there are going to be creators who are holdouts who refuse to try YouTube Gaming because they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket per se, or they just don't want to work with Google. So those holdouts are definitely going to be something Google has to worry about. In order to get those holdouts to come over, YouTube Gaming has to be a better service than Twitch. And that means better chat rooms, better ways to interact with the streamer, better ways to enjoy the company of other people watching, better modding tools for the mods who wish to come over. Basically, it's just got to be better. And that's hard to do because Twitch is pretty damn good. And the third and biggest concern I have is a matter of compensation. How will YouTube Gaming compensate the people that stream there, and will it be the equivalent of what Twitch pays? Now, a lot of people don't even want to admit that some people stream for money, but most of the successful people rely on that money to be able to continue to stream. Maybe they have careers and families and they're only able to dedicate a few hours a week to streaming. And there are also people that stream 8-10 hours a day, and without compensation, there's no way they can afford to do that. Compensation is a really huge portion of the process. Now, the good news for YouTube Gaming is that it's actually really easy to qualify to get monetization here on YouTube. It really only takes a few weeks worth of work to reach their threshold and to apply for it, and you're pretty much good to go. However, on Twitch, it's a lot more difficult. The threshold of hits and views and followers is much, much higher. It can take people months, if not years, to achieve it. Then you still have to apply to be a partner, and you can be rejected for what is pretty much no good reason, like my friend ManPawns. Hi, dude. The downside is that YouTube offers less of a cut per view, and that is cut even more if you're with a multi-channel network. And if you signed up with a multi-channel network at some point, you need to check your paperwork, because a lot of those guys took a much bigger cut of your live streaming stuff than they did your YouTube videos, so you could be earning next to nothing if you go to YouTube Gaming. But don't get me wrong, nobody is getting rich through ad views over on Twitch. Except maybe Twitch. The majority of income for most streamers actually comes from something other than advertising. For some people, it's sponsors that I put a little logo somewhere on the screen of the stream. There's merchandising, and a large majority of the income for most streamers comes from donations. Now, for donations, YouTube has recently integrated Google Wallet to their system that allows a YouTube channel to take funding from its viewers, and hopefully this will work with the live service as well. They've introduced cards which allow you to link to your outside websites, such as your merchandise store or other crowdsourcing opportunities. And while they've been really weird about post-rolls and pre-rolls for YouTube videos, hopefully they have an understanding that sponsorship is a huge portion of live streaming and they have to let it happen. But the fourth and final thing, the biggest concern that a lot of people have about YouTube gaming, is that evil juggernaut that is copyright enforcement here on YouTube. On Twitch, it's kind of like a lawless wasteland, because they let you broadcast just about anything, including copyrighted gameplay, copyrighted music, and copyrighted works, and as long as it's not getting archived on their servers, they don't really care. For YouTube Gaming, however, they've come out and they've said that they will have copyright detection right there on your live stream. If your live stream is broadcasting copyrighted information, they will hide it, they will take it offline. For your archives of your stream, the usual copyright bots will apply, so you have to be super careful, or else you'll get not just copyright notifications, but copyright strikes, which could derail your ability to live stream or take your channel off the air entirely. Even if you are super careful about not streaming copyrighted music or things along that lines, quite often just gameplay can get flagged here on YouTube, because gameplay will have visual assets and audio assets, including music, in the games. And this is the kind of stuff that can not just get flagged, but can actually get your channel brought down, and it's just not a good fit for gaming. And I'm really, really concerned that this is going to kill it even before it gets started. Fingers crossed that YouTube gets their shit together there. Now, in conclusion, personally, I'm pretty excited about YouTube Gaming, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to give it a shot. I'm curious as to what you think about it, though, and what you think I should do. Should I stay at Twitch? Should I try YouTube Gaming? Should I do both for a while? Where are you going to watch, or are you not going to watch at all? Does all this seem silly to you? I'm curious as to what your opinion is, and I'd love to hear it in the comment section below. While you're there, will you do me a favor and obey these pillows? And if you want to see my gaming channel or my Twitch channel, they're all going to be in the description box below, in the comment section too, because I can't self-promote enough. Thank you guys for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Man, I wonder what's going on over at Twitch today. I bet they're scared. I bet you're scared, boys.